Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Lunatic, and these guys are about to launch some real life hunter killer drones in action, in combat. You're about to see them get a bunch of kills, and yeah, I'm just kidding. This is not a hunter killer drone, but it is the closest thing to it, and this is what is called the Raven UAV. It's a little plane, but real quick, what I want to show you is what actually happens most of the time when you launch them is right here, and they just crash. They're actually really hard to launch. Look at this guy, man. I saw that clip, and I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. But anyway, so yeah, it's called a Raven UAV. It's not actually a hunter killer, obviously, but it is the closest real life thing to it. And it's a really good tool to use, and it's basically just used for surveillance. It's got a little camera on it, and it's remote controlled, and on the remote control there's basically a video feed where you can actually see where the camera is looking, and it's got a pretty good range on it. I mean, you can't like fly it across the country or anything, but you know, it's got just the average range on it, anything you would expect to be a range you would expect on a remote controlled airplane is basically what it is. And it's used by everyone, the Air Force, Army, Navy, but it's really used a lot by Special Forces teams. And you know, being in the unit I was in and in Afghanistan, I did use these quite a bit. I actually my buddy was the Raven operator for our Special Forces team, and it was I actually helped him launch a couple. My launches actually went well. They didn't crash like you saw in a couple of those clips, but it was really one of the things that I took away from the Army. Is it was a cool experience. You know, how many people can say they've actually launched a hunter killer drone in combat? I mean, not a lot of people can actually even say that. So the hunter killer, or the actual, is what is the real life name of it, is called a Raven. It's a Raven UAV. I think there's another name for it, and I think there's actually an updated version of basically the same thing, but it's a newer, improved model. But the ones that we used they're pretty cheap. They break really easy. They crash really easy. They're stupid to try to actually launch, but it's one of those things that, you know, I did do in the Army, and I thought it'd be interesting to do a commentary topic on it, because the hunter killer actually does remind me of, you know, the Raven UAV. And I think we actually lost one while I was in Afghanistan. We crashed it and we couldn't recover it. It crashed on like the other side of a river, and we couldn't get across the river because the only bridge going across that river, had like a ton of IEDs on it, and we would have been blown up trying to recover a $1,000 piece of equipment that really wouldn't matter because we had like 7 extra ones anyway. So that's pretty much a little bit about the Raven. It's just a little remote controlled UAV, makes a little humming like a you would expect to hear from like a bee or any kind of remote controlled airplane for that matter. And I mean, it's a really good surveillance tool. It's got a little camera on it, and we just use them, launch them. If we want to see what's, like, for example, if we want to see what's on the other side of a hill and we don't actually want to climb up that hill, throw a little Raven up there, see what's on the other side without actually sending anybody up there and getting anybody shot and killed. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. It was a MSMC nuclear, also using the hunter killer drone, and I'm out. Peace.